Hello, everybody. It is the one and only Billy Bob Fritz, and welcome to WGE Metal. We have a great show ahead today. Right now in the ring we have our general manager of Metal, Danny Sullivan. But aside from that, we have some great matches. We have Carter versus Cody Cobain, which will be a great match. Two great wrestlers. We have P-Dub, who's gonna have an announcement tonight. Tay and Adam versus Carl Young and Enigma, and we're gonna see a lot more. So it's gonna be a great show tonight.
Alright, y'all can tone down the booze for now, because I know there's a lot of explaining that I need to do, but it's quite simple, really. You know, what happened at Money in the Bank may have seemed like an abuse of power, you can say, but what it was simply just setting an example. You know, I've been high on James Bass since he first stepped foot here in WGE, and I thought I showed it pretty well. Hell, his first match on Metal was a match where he was an opponent handpicked by me. But that was before I realized he's just not good. You know, here in WGE, you have to be committed. James was not committed. When the going got tough for him, losing match after match, pay-per-view after pay-per-view, he decided to take a vacation. And then he swooped in and won a Battle Royal and then got lucky over Max Bailey. I wasn't going to let that be the face of my company. So, you know, with a little bit of pulling strings and having a favor being owed to me by Kel in the back of my pocket, I had to do what was right. Right for this company, right for me, right for Metal, right for everything. And that was take away that title from James Bass before he put this world title division in the ground. And as expected, since the going got tough again, James Bass is not here. So he won't be able to do anything about this. Simple as that. And let this be a lesson for James Bass and all the other rookies who think they can just swoop in and just steal opportunities.
This is crazy. Clearly owning WGE has gotten the best of you. Who I'm standing in the ring with right now isn't the same guy I grew up with. This is not the same guy I teamed with at WrestleMania, and it's my job to stop this from going any further.
Seriously? You? I thought you of all people would be on board with this plan, considering you've been getting your spot taken by rookies for the last 4 years now. But hey, Jish, you want a match? You can get one. But let me remind you of what's happened every single time we've had a match that meant something. WGE Episode 3 back in 2020, one of your first matches ever. Your job was at stake. In a loser leaves match against me. And who won? I did. And then that same year, you make a triumphant return to WGE, everything's great. You get a rematch against me at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But who won? I did. And then, a year later, Summer Blast 2021, you defended your TikTok championship in a match that would have solidified myself as the greatest of all time by officially becoming a Grand Slam champion. And who won? Who allowed me to become the greatest of all time, Jish? You lost, and I won. But Jish, we can have a match. That's perfectly fine. But after 8 years of knowing each other and 5 years of fighting each other, I thought you would have figured out by now that you can't beat me. Got no answer for that, huh? What's wrong, Jish? You embarrassed? I would be too. Matter of fact, how do you think your nephew would feel? Knowing his role model can't get the job done when it matters the most.
You know what? You went too far mentioning my nephew, and now I don't think I'll be waiting until next week to beat your ass.
And here comes the Elite Carter making his way down right now as he prepares for his match against Cody Cobain. Here comes Cody. Honestly, respectfully, this guy is in such a terrible position right now. You know, he just recently won a qualifying match against Adam, but that was like his first win in a while. I feel like this guy is in a career slump. And, you know, it's actually kind of embarrassing because, you know, this guy was my partner for a little bit. Maybe he can get some momentum here in the expense of the Elite Carter. Still wearing that Money in the Bank gear, which is a pretty nice attire. It would have been even better if he won though. But let's see what Cody can do here tonight against the Elite Carter, two former WGE champions. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh. And what could this be about? Uh-oh. Oh, man. Here comes my guy. The guy who helped me out. Helped me win that WGE title. The guy who was a top pick to win Money in the Bank, but he got taken out by Cody Cobain. And you gotta think Kel hasn't forgotten about that. Look at the way he's walking. He does not look too pleased with Cody Cobain. Look at him dead in the eye right now. Dead in the eyes. And it looks like Kel's just gonna be watching this match. An unannounced guest here. We got a match underway, and for whatever reason, Kel seems like he hasn't forgotten about what Cody did to him at Money in the Bank.
Well, it seems like he's not.
You know, Cody Cobain can't let Kel distract him. He's got a former world champion on his hands here in the Elite Carter.
Yes, he does. Punch to the stomach, you know, these two.
Oh!
Two of our most consistent wrestlers in his company, I believe.
Yeah, Carter's been here for a while. A workhorse. Cody Cobain has been wrestling a lot of matches. And just seems to not be able to make any friends here, but
I mean, Money in the Bank was an absurdly crazy pay-per-view. And Kel's already up to no good.
Look at this. And Cody not gonna take it. And Carter breaking it up there.
And like I was saying about into the ref. Like I was saying about Money in the Bank, though, an absolute crazy pay-per-view.
Gotta agree, you know, I think that's why Kel is out here because, you know, aside from helping me win the WGE title, Kel was very close to winning Money in the Bank, but Cody Cobain, as we know, jumped off of that ladder through the table, taking him and Kel out, and, you know, I think that's why Kel's out here.
Crazy move. We saw Taylor Whitecraft when,
yeah, we've seen Taylor Whitecraft, which I gotta make some negotiations because he's not on Metal.
He's not, no. I mean, I think the upset of the biggest upset in WG history, Elliot Knox won the Rival Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting that. And here comes Cody Cobain. You know, this guy honestly kind of sold himself out of winning the contract. Building some momentum, though, on Carter. Oh, never mind. Cody's gonna need to catch a breather, but Carter following him. Look at that! Outside dive.
Cross body.
And you know, Carter was very close to winning Money in the Bank. I said this earlier, but Carter was very close to winning that briefcase until Max Bailey would cost him it.
Shocker. I mean, you all know it was a tough night for Max Bailey.
It was, you know. The second most recent WGE champion. Super kick gets caught. Got ourselves a pretty decent match to kick off the show. Oh, and Carter intercepted that. Power around position here.
You know, reversing goes Cody Cobain.
Oh,
right back. Oh, that.
He's going for a springboard there, but Carter. Oh,
that was beautiful. Whatever that was, very clean.
Oh, and Cody just barely.
Cody, I mean.
You know, Bill, I gotta ask, who do you got winning this match?
Carter. He's better. Cody Cobain, like.
Oh, and Kel swooped the leg there.
He did, but Trey got caught up. But they both I went through a hellacious match, but Cody Cobain, I don't know if he came out of it the same person, and he's probably very hurt right now. I think Carter might just have that little bit more healthy side to him at the moment, so I'd give it to Carter, but you know, it's up for grabs.
I don't know. It looks like Cody's got it handled here. No, super kick gets countered. No. And Carter has an opening here, and with a good amount of help from Kel there, swooping the leg, took Cody off his game, and a go to sleep.
Looks like it busted Cody open.
I don't think Cody's getting back up. The Elite Carter.
Big win for Carter.
You know, he's got to be having his eyes peeled for Max Bailey, you know. Didn't get to win Money in the Bank, but he did just get a victory over Cody Cobain. You know, take that as you must.
Carter and Kel, like, on the same page?
I don't know, you know, these guys have, like, different interests. I mean, I want to say Kel's a bad guy, not after he helped me, but, you know, a lot of people boo Kel.
Carter's a good guy.
Yeah, you know, Carter gets approval from the fans, whereas the fans hate Kel. You know, I think there's some mutual respect there. I mean, Kel did help Carter have one of the craziest WrestleMania moments ever when he attacked the guy we cannot name anymore before Carter swooped in and took his WGE title.
Mm-hmm. He attacked Anonymous and WrestleMania won the title.
Just a guy we don't name, you know. Maybe if he's watching, you know, he'll probably make an Instagram post complaining about it.
No, yeah. I'd be shocked.
But Carter gets a big win, all thanks to Kel.
The Elite Carter.
Well, while Carter celebrates, Kel might want to stay out here because his boys Danny White and John Taylor will be taking on the SES in tag team action. Carter wait, what the hell? Bailey's here! Damn it!
Shocker.
Max Bailey again. Max Bailey again swoops in and takes out the Elite Carter. When is this guy going to stop? You know, I feel like I'm not one to talk about cowardly antics because what I did at Money in the Bank was completely justified and I was correct. But Max Bailey is a coward for what he just did to Carter. But here comes the SES. Rob Cougar challenged for a world title before. Agreed.
I mean, Rob Cougar, you know, this guy's just so unlucky. He fell off two brands. He's basically a free agent at this point.
You know, these guys.
As far as I know, I believe he was a part of the Taylor Whitecraft trade, but he's kind of just sunk back to both brands.
You know, this guy on two brands, struggling to make a name for himself. WGE Anarchy, he can also appear there if he wanted to. Greed. Greed is a pretty scary guy.
Taking your title.
You know, I think this is a decent duo, but I don't mean to play bias here, but I think Danny White and John Terry are gonna shut these guys down. But Greed, as long as they have Rob Cougar in the ring, I feel like Danny White and John Terry should have nothing to worry about.
Rob Cougar has lost like everybody.
You know, these guys were getting bullied by Ridge a few weeks ago, as you just pointed out.
OG.
Oh man.
Oh man, he was
Here
OG.
they come.
He got killed by OG.
They got a name and everything now. These guys are established.
Omnium?
Omnium. I don't know what that means.
Fire. John Terry got like a smidge bit of face paint on his eye, I think.
Oh, I think he's always had that.
Has he? I'm gonna notice.
He might have. But there it is. They got a logo. They got merchandise. If I'm the SCS, I might as well just forfeit right there.
You think it's selling?
Probably not. Unless Kel's wearing one.
Probably not.
But let's see, you know, these guys, Danny White and John Terry, these guys were in a little bit of a downward spiral at the beginning of the year. These guys went like 0-5 against Jish Cook.
I know. I mean, who hasn't won? Who's beaten Jish Cook?
Me, I have, and I'm going to beat him next week. Okay, and remember when I said you should keep Greed out of the match? This is exactly what I was referring to.
Greed's pants look really tight on his knee.
They do. Oh my gosh!
Actually, like, aggravates me. What? How bad they put them both in the ring?
He's in
Let's leave Cougar on the side. You know what? Cougar deserves a day off. He gets more TV time than the whole roster and still can't win a match.
Well, I'm pretty sure Greed is having a blast being in there all by himself. Oh, man. I'll try a pin on Danny White here.
Danny White kicks out. And we talk about Cougar lowlights. There's one I have to bring up. I don't know if you remember this, but 10-man Rumble WrestleMania. Eliminated in like 10, went 20 seconds. First elimination.
I do remember that. And he was wearing that stupid mask.
I know, that was just the start of, maybe the downfall of Cougar, if he ever really up. But
I thought the beginning of the fall off was when he got exposed at Civil War, when he arguably got squashed by Jaden King.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he found himself in that match, so
yeah.
Gotta give credit where credit's due.
But Greed was on the ground for a minute there.
I know, Greed is dominating. No, I'm Greed. I'm not tagging your partner in.
Greed's stunned.
Greed's out. Oh,
after Danny White.
Oh, Danny White reverses. John Terry.
Oh, man.
Reverse Hurricane Round. That was beautiful.
And Greed might need a tag
Cougar,
out. And here comes Cougar.
Oh!
Oh no! And John Terry
No. Oh my god.
hits the cutter there. And Danny White breaking it up. And that's gonna be a win for Omnium.
No.
Cougar tags in, gets put down immediately.
Holy Cougar generational self.
Oh man, he came in. I've never seen a cold tag. Is that the first ever cold tag in WGE history?
That was ridiculously bad.
You know, Greed was in a 2v1 arguably the whole match, and then he comes in.
I have to drop him, dude.
Oh man, you know, all it took was a drop kick and a suplex cutter to put down Cougar, and Danny White would take down Greed again, and things aren't looking good for the SCS.
Danny White started hitting it after.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. Danny White, big win.
Good for them, yeah.
With P-Dub's announcement to be made, it has now been made official that next week P-Dub's next challenger will be determined in a gauntlet turmoil match, and the winner will face him at his special event PFC. Looking forward to that. The participants have yet to be revealed, but still, we're in for a good one next week. In the ring here, none other than the rookie, DJ BD. Had a great showing at Money in the Bank. Now he's here for some in-ring action.
Whoa. Do you know who he's fighting?
I have no clue. You know, he approached me saying, I want a match. I was super close. I think he wants Max Bailey, but Max Bailey dipped out as soon as he beat on the Elite Carter.
Shocker. Maybe he gets his brother, the Dean.
I don't think we've ever seen BD and the Dean in the same room. Really
They are
add some
brothers.
suspicion.
Fun little fact for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Well, this is a little unfair, I think. You know, BD coming off of a ladder match and then this behemoth.
Wow.
Bunch of pyro going off from where?
Don't know. His powers. So we
Carry
don't
on.
even know who the guy is.
I don't, you know, this guy, when he had that little video package a few weeks back, all he said was he's soulless. You know, like, is this a real human being or is this like a spirit of some sort? Because I don't see this guy ever, like, backstage. I don't even see him with Bailey or Gen backstage or any of that stuff. I only see him here.
In this company, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of guys you don't see backstage.
Yeah, you know, BD might be screwed.
I'd get out of the ring if I'm DJ BD.
Whoa. BD not gonna back down now. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Oh man! You might have just knocked him out.
Okay. Well,
It's worth the
I don't know what he
penalty.
thought would happen there.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. This guy should not be doing those moves at this rate.
Jeez, man.
You know, this guy reminds me of, he just returned to Money in the Bank. This guy reminds me of the Mutant a ton.
I see it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Break that up.
This is, yeah, that's what I'm doing. We got a new ref. Thank God.
BD might be knocked out. Oh. His foot's on the rope.
And Ridge won't let go of the pin.
Ridge just toying with DJ BD here. Oh.
Ooh.
This is getting hard to watch here. What do you do if you're DJ BD? Do you just surrender? Oh.
No. I mean, if I was someone like DJ BD, I don't think there's quitting. And
Oh!
no, but oh man, that was beautiful.
Cover made!
Eager to run to these covers and kick out that shit guy. Soulless.
The soulless one. In a bad way here.
Oh my God.
Oh!
He just like outsmarted DJ BD getting two reversals, but
Oh!
rocket off the top rope. Wow, this guy's moving.
What's he doing here? The hell? Oh my God!
Hops and 450.
A jumping 450, Ridge is down! Oh!
Almost was defeated.
So close to an upset victory there. Gonna try to springboard again, but comes up short. Oh, man.
Oh my God, this guy should not be moving like this.
This guy is a machine. Like, are you serious?
This is insane.
But BD not backing down for anything here. Powerbomb attempt by Ridgie, but gets countered. BD
One.
kicks out again. But BD with another opportunity. Oh, what a kick. He's got him by the throat.
Oh my God.
And BD almost helpless here. And BD struggling to get back to his feet. And Ridge to the back of the head.
God. That is not okay.
And Ridge. BD might be out, but Ridge is going to make sure he is. Down goes the DJ. And a dominant performance by Ridge.
He tried. He tried, but it wasn't enough.
I really don't know how James Bass managed to beat this guy last week.
I don't know either.
Just a very one-sided. I can't even really say that. You know, BD gave it a great effort, but you know, can't really do much. Look at this. He had him right by the throat.
BD's also fresh off Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he was already wounded enough. You know, that splash right there could have put him away, but Ridge wanted to make sure he was down for the count, hitting that stomp to the back of the head, followed with that knee.
That stomp to the back of the head was great.
And Ridge looking dominant here. You know, realistically, if Bailey wants that WGE title back, who's gonna stop this muscle of his little alliance he's got with Gann?
Yeah, exactly.
Ridge is a unit, but while Ridge celebrates, I don't think this guy feels anything. But while Ridge is in the ring, we got to set up for our main event here as we got Tay Andrews and Adam, who just recently reunited, taking on Carl Young and Enigma from the Vision. Alright, here we go. Closing off a great medal. You know, following a great Money in the Bank pay-per-view, we got Tay Andrews and Adam. And these
You're
guys...
the world champion, where were you?
Huh?
You're the world champion, where were you?
What do you mean?
Like, why aren't you on the show? You should be wrestling.
I just had a promo to start the show, and Jish Cook wanted to get smart with me. So now he's got himself a match next week. I'm going to put him in his place.
You know, you can always give the guy to your left a shot.
I am very fine on that.
Okay.
But Tay Andrews, you know, this guy, seeing Cody Cobain lose, being a former partner of mine, disappoints me because I know how good he can be. Tay Andrews just came back, beat Carl Young. You know, that's not enough. I need more out of Tay Andrews. I know it's 2025, but I need more out of him.
It was like 50.
That's okay. But here comes the multiversal champion and Carl Young. You know, I like these guys. I like the Vision. I don't know where Ryan is, but I like this group of two at the moment, but group of three in general. You know, Carl Young is just one of them guys. I think Carl Young is special. And I think
he's got a bright future out of him.
I think Enigma can elevate this kid. All he has to do is just learn how to talk. Because this guy is a mute.
Yeah, I actually saw him backstage, and I walked up to him, and I said hi, and he actually didn't say anything to me.
Yeah, you know, I don't think, I mean, that could just be him being a D word, but I don't think he can talk.
No, he doesn't talk.
I mean, he could have waved. But here we go, we're starting things off with the guys who went at it. Young.
I thought Enigma was wearing a dress.
Oh, look at Young wasted no time here.
Serious?
Oh, man.
Oh, quite the silencer.
Oh, Carl Young, remember, this guy spent, like, literally all of this year tormenting Tay and Adam. He's essentially the reason Tay Andrews has been gone for so long. Oh my god! What the hell?
Enigma kidnapped Gerald?
Yeah, these guys are just menaces. Like, these are not nice people.
I don't believe that. They're, like, so mean.
You know, they'll do whatever it takes to get in that. You know, I gotta feel bad for, like, the likes of Adam and Slade. You know, Damian Slade apparently got attacked in his hotel room by Carl Young. We haven't seen Slade since.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
You know, Adam fiending for that tag.
I
It's
can't
not
have
over
to feel,
for
but Tay holds Adam back. My personal opinion.
Oh, well, with moves like that.
I know. I know. So I know Tay holds Adam back.
I mean, Tay is essentially the reason Adam has a job currently. You know, X Factor. Can't forget about that. You know, that guy had to go on the indies, and Tay Andrews brought him back and started Airborne. But you know, Debates can be made.
But you gotta think, X Factor reinvented himself. Tay Andrews didn't reinvent X Factor.
That makes sense.
You know, you would think a change of a gimmick from Adam to X Factor wouldn't work. I mean, X Factor to Adam, but it has.
You know, I don't think it was ever about the gimmick. You know, a nice rebrand is always cool, but you also got to think.
I mean,
it's all about the ability.
We talk about how X Factor is consistently one of the. I mean, he's one of the most consistent wrestlers in this company, but he's just yet to reach that next level.
That's fair.
Unlike his partner Tay, and even unlike Carl Young's partner. Even like Carl's young partner. I mean, oh no, because Enigma's a world champion, so they both reached that next level. But Carl Young's yet to, Adam's yet to.
You know, I think Adam can one day be at the top of a company, and I think being under the tutelage of Tay Andrews for so long can get you close. But Andrews is in trouble here. He's been getting beat down all match. If we're gonna be honest here.
Yeah, you need to get that
and
tag.
Oh,
and hopefully it's a hot tag.
And he's already got hotter of a tag than Cougar did. Oh.
Rolls on him. Adam humbled me.
Don't ever doubt Adam or his abilities. He's going high risk. He loves being up there. Oh! Nice Meteora. Tags made to Enigma. Enigma gets countered. Final cut by Adam. Oh, just barely kicks out though. Oh! And Adam had all that momentum, but Enigma dodged. And a brain buster. But Andrew's right there. And
Andrews has the ref stepped out of the ring.
Wait, Adam.
Roll up. Tay is. I don't think Tay knows what ring he's in right now.
And he's gonna have to roll out. Oh, yeah, look at Adam. Plants Enigma.
What is that? Is that like a Selena Del Sol in a way?
Yeah, you know, maybe that's a little bit of a tribute to Tay. That was Tay's first finisher. And oh, come on!
Indeed. Oh my God. Oh. Could have guessed.
And Young. What the hell? Oh my God! Oh! Look at these guys. You got like some jackals. Where's Tay Andrews when you need him?
Agreed.
Here comes Tay to even the score here. Taking out Young. Oh, man. Whatever Adam just hit. Blood drive on Young. And Adam plants Enigma.
Looking to ice it.
Young gets taken out again. And Tay Andrews has an opening here.
Gonna win it. Got it. Oh, Andrews looking for the
blood drive.
The blood doctor with the blood drive.
And that's gonna be a win. Tay just pinned the multiversal champion.
That was insane from Adam.
And Adam might have just killed Carl Young, and that was just honestly couldn't use the numbers game that time.
Honestly, if these two teams weren't full of such signal wrestlers, these guys are running the tag divisions.
I agree. 100%. That was a great tag match. And you know, Division had the match like in their favor for arguably the whole time, but you know, have Blood Drive and Adam essentially killing Carl Young on the outside. I don't know if people seen that while Tay was pinning him.
Man.
You know, that was a really great opener here. This is where the match kind of started to unfold here. That Dragon Twist cut or whatever the hell. You know, just to make sure Carl Young stays down. Tay would hit the Blood Drive. You know,
Yeah.
Enigma had no clue what planet he was on already, and then look at this, boom, planting him. And then Tay Andrews would take the scraps. You know, Adam, just to be safe, you know, the knee strike. Again, Enigma had no clue what planet he was on. Would get hit with the Blood Drive, and then look at over here. Carl Young didn't even get a chance to break it up. Adam would hit that springboard DDT.
That was just insane.
Nonetheless, a great tag team match to close out a great episode of Metal. Hope you all enjoyed, and we hope to see you all next week.
See ya.